this is going to be the first of 2 times where I'm going to talk about a pragmatic approach, because one of the things I want to caution, both Brenda and I as we talk about this, but also you as you listen, is that this can seem very daunting. Like, oh my gosh, I need to do all of this stuff and change the whole culture of how people talk to each other. That's not really. Yes, that's the goal. You want to have a shared goal and vision towards that, right? But you don't have to start that way, right? So you can start with what I call first step processes, right? So if you do nothing else, if you take nothing away from this conference except to build the equivalent of a sticky note that your developers and folks can put on your computer that say, I have a question on academic records. Who's my data steward? And there's an email and a phone number, right? And that, that is an enormous improvement over the sort of island of lack of information that you have. So just think about, you don't have to build everything. We have tools that allow you to build very mature processes, but you can start with just sort of first steps, simple steps that get the ball moving and give someone an action to take. And I think like a data quality issue submission is a part of that. Like I found data that looks bad rather than just, wallowing in my disdain of the system, right? I can go tell someone about it. I know who to call and say, hey, I got a bunch of people who don't have genders and that seems to be messing up my report. The response to that could be, well, actually, there's a problem with your report and it's not really a data quality issue. That builds trust, right? Or the response could be, you're absolutely right. Thanks for that. We've cleaned that up. That actually was caused by an integration problem that we had. Thanks for pointing that out. That builds trust, right? The lack of a process, the lack of the ability to contact a steward or a pathway to that for those issues doesn't. So all you need is that first step, though.